Yeah, sometimes that it do be like that. Sometimes you just gotta chew it. It's your girl, Goddess Raven, and of course, this is Goddess Raven, trending topics, trending stories, and tarot readings. And it looks like Sony has finally gotten what it wanted, and that was complete control of Michael Jackson's masters and catalog and all the stuff that he owned and acquired. You know, it's kind of sad because the two things, that we know about Michael is that he was known for acquiring, you know, other artists' work like Eminem's, um, the Beatles, and other, top, artists that were, of his time, and acquiring their music, their masters, and using it as leverage to acquire money. Second is how he felt about Sony toward his end. He didn't have a great feeling about Sony towards the end. And you know what? A lot of the artists back then didn't have a great feeling about, Sony toward, before their passing. Prince made sure he owned all his masters. Same thing for Michael. And now that Michael has passed on, and his kids and this corporation is now in charge of his estate. And, Catherine is getting old. Catherine's been trying to fight to prevent certain deals. It looked like that didn't work. So it looks like Sony has won again. They had gotten the first half of his catalog, and now they've come back in to get the final piece. That's right, the deal you just can't beat. Half of Michael Jackson's music catalog has been reportedly purchased by Sony Music Group for at least $600 million. Now, the deal values the King of Pop's music at 1.2 billion, which could be the largest valuation ever of a musician's music assets. Now, this is according to Billboard reports. Now, the deal would also be the biggest ever for the work of a single musician. Jackson, who died in 2009, remains immensely popular on music streaming services like Spotify, where he averaged about 40 million per month in listeners. And two of his countless hits, Billie Jean and Beat It, have each been played more than 1 billion times on Spotify alone. The deal comes just as an upcoming biopic about Jackson's life and career, starring his nephew, is set to drop on the big screens next year. So y'all look out for that. Now, the deal also reportedly includes tracks by other artists as well that Jackson acquired in his Mijac publishing group, including hits songs from Ray Charles, Elvis Presley, of all people, and Aretha Franklin. Now, when you think about all of those, 600 million doesn't cut it, and 1.2 million ain't enough. Do these seem like lowball numbers to you? It does to me. The Jackson deal is as big or bigger than the 1.2 billion deal sought by Queen. See what I'm saying? If Queen, who is just Queen by itself, Bohemian Raspberry, all of that, and they were seeking 1.2 billion. You talk about Michael Jackson's catalog. that's getting about 40 million streams per month. Ray Charles, Elvis Presley, Aretha Franklin, the Beatles, Eminem, all of these catalogs, right? And only 1.2 billion? When Queen was trying to get that deal for just Queen itself. You see what I'm saying? Like why I think that this was a low ball number at 600 million when you think about it. These are low ball numbers. Like 1.2 million is the value, but 600 million is what's being talked about. Like what? Maybe this is what Catherine was talking about. Why she was fighting, and why she was fighting because she wasn't included on these plans and these numbers that they decided on. Like, I don't even think if Michael was alive, he would have decided on these numbers. Now, the Sony deal with Jackson Estate does not include royalties from the Broadway play and other theatrical productions featuring his music, which is okay, I guess, great. So, whatever those funds are, which aren't the biggest share of the funds, at least that sticks with the estate, I guess. Jackson remains one of the popular streaming artists. 15 years after his death, Sony paid $100 million in 1991 to buy the first half of what became Sony ATV. ATV being the catalog that Jackson purchased in 1985. That included the Beatles catalog. According to Billboard, Sony and Jackson each owned 50% of Sony ATV. In 2016, Sony paid $750 million for the remaining 50% of Sony ATV. Do these numbers seem low to you? Yeah, they do to me. 750 million? I think this should have been more. I honestly think he should have got. I think he should have got. I think he should have got 1 million, $1 billion back then in 2016 for his 50% stake in Sony ATV. He should have, but of course, that's not the case. It's not. And you still got, I don't know, whatever situation. I don't know. I don't feel like Catherine's happy with any of this because these were deals that were made by, when a man has passed on and he doesn't make provisions for situations and his kid, oh jeez, look, y'all comment below. I ain't getting into this mess, but y'all know how, the deal. It's one thing that when his mother's fighting to prevent this stuff, who birthed this child, and you got kids that, ain't really his, but he took them, and they're making decisions about something he built, and child, let me just hush my mouth. It is what it is. Y'all comment below. Do y'all feel like these are some low ball numbers? Because I feel like that is. Like we talking about Michael Jackson's catalog, his ownership in a company. You talking about other people, artists, catalog that's involved, and you're just throwing out 600 million, 750. Like I feel like these numbers should have been in the buildings, like 3.5, 2.5, something in that range. I feel like these are lowball numbers, but hey, that's just my opinion. What do I know? Y'all comment below and tell me what y'all think. I know. Bye. Gone too soon. Michael, you are still missed today. I don't think anybody will ever do it the way you did it. hands down. And maybe that's why your music is still popular to this day. You already knew how to make some good music. I'm on the vibe with you. What? Ooh, child. Yeah, I think I might listen to some Michael Jackson today. Y'all, please hit that like button. Hit that like button and comment below. Subscribe. And I got to go. Bye.